Hello everybody, this is Combat Sports Podcast, and today we're coming at you with the UFC 319 early prelims. The TUF finalists are getting added to this card, so I haven't broke those down. I'll probably start off with the first fight of the night, which is going to be those, so I might add those at the end or the beginning. There's also PFL on Friday. I did the breakdown for that. If you want to go check that out, I uploaded that yesterday. It's alright. I had to upload it quick. It was late at night because I was falling behind. I'm also falling behind on this one. Yesterday was also the Dana White Contender Series. Only 2 people got contract. This guy had a nasty kick. He's like 9-0. Fucking right to the liver. Shut the guy down. And the other guy was a Ty Miller. Nasty. Was throwing nice fucking combinations. Just did really good. So yeah, 2 guys got contract. The rest were pretty boring. Dana roasted the fuck out of them. Go check that out. But yeah, this is going to be the UFC 319 early prelims on Saturday. I'm so excited. Let's get into the first fight. We got the finals of the Ultimate Fighter. Here are the flyweights. Idiris from Team Cormier. He is 10-0, 30 years old, I believe. I don't see his age when I go click on his profile on Tapology, but I don't see his age, but I think when I was watching it, I said he was 30 years old. Going up against a guy from Team Sonnen. He is Joseph Bapu Morales, 12-2. He was in the UFC formerly. Let's go talk about Idiris over here. Alibi. Let's click on his profile so you can see when he was all that. He was pro in 2019. He was a regional champ in the NFC. He defended his belt a few times there. He was 10-0 there also. He has 4 knockouts. Clearly he's never lost. 1 sub, 4 decisions, undefeated, 1 knockout, and 1 decision in the Ultimate Fighter. He had a nasty flying knee that he had in the last fight. It was nasty. He caught, was it Roy, I believe, was it? Yeah, it was nasty. He creative, flashy, undefeated, of course. Biggest stage, going up against a guy that was formerly in the UFC. Let's go talk about Joseph Bapu over here, 12-2. Amateur from 2012 to 2014. He was 6-0-1 there. Pro in 2014. Went 9-0. Got into UFC in 2017. Went 1-2 there. Got cut. And then he went on a 3-fight win streak. He was the champ in the Uriah Faber organization over there. So that's a pretty good organization. He hasn't fought since 2023. I was like, maybe because he's getting ready for this. But no, he could have definitely fought at least one more fight. But I guess it's not that bad. He went 2-0 in the Ultimate Fighter. He's in the finals. 1 knockout, 1 decision. Let's go talk about their breakdown over here. Alibi coming in off a flying knee win. I don't even know how long it was filmed, but he's probably had a decent training camp. He's 10-0, like I said, from Team Cormier. Flashy, long, aggressive. Let's go click over here. I want to see. Dang, I wish I would have seen their. I'll put their. If I can find his stats and all that, like, not his stats, but like his reach and all that. But I just know that they were talking, like, I saw he was using it good. Long reach, aggressive. He is very smart. He mixes it up well. As I was watching in the Ultimate Fighter, he's young. Well, kind of. Oh, he's 30 years old, so kind of young. He's on fire right now. Hasn't lost. This is gonna be his biggest fight ever. Like, it's going to be a big fight. UFC 319, biggest stage. He's also going up against a guy that's kind of dealt with this, Joseph, 11-2. UFC vet, kind of, he was there for a little bit. He has experience in there. So that might play a good factor, He won't get so overwhelmed, but he kind of still is since he's in the final of the Ultimate Fighter. He is well-rounded. He has improved a lot. Let's go see if we can find what his stats were like in his 2 fights that he had. Was it 2-3 fights that he had in the UFC? Look at that. Okay. This was like in 2017, so he's improved so much after that. He's good. Uses his wrestling really well. If he wants to win here, he's gonna need to control Alibi's fucking legs, grind him to a later in the rounds probably. I don't think he can get a finish, so he's gonna have to grind him out, tire him out. He's gonna have to capitalize on the mistakes that Alibi makes. It's Alibi's debut in the UFC, biggest stage in UFC 319, like I was saying, Chicago. Like, it's gonna be a lot of people. It's a nice card, big card. They're opening up the UFC early prelims, like the first fight of the night. I think I would literally, I was gonna have Alibi winning this, but I just think he's gonna make mistakes. Something's gonna catch up to him. Joseph Morales, his experience is gonna catch up. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna capitalize on the mistakes. I got Joseph Morales winning here by a decision. Like I said, been in the UFC. I think he can drag it on past the first, maybe. Even if it gets past the second, he's for sure gonna win by a decision. The only way I can see Alibi winning here is if he catches him with something, maybe knocks him out in the early first. The odds aren't out for these fights because they just got announced in the beginning of the week, last week, and then literally the other one I'm gonna break down just got announced yesterday when the episode of The Ultimate Fighter came out. So yeah, let's go break down the other Ultimate Fighter fight here. A welterweight matchup between finalists. They are teammates, both from Team Cormier. Let's get over here and start talking about the other two finalists. Daniel Donchenko, 11-2, going up against Rodrigo Sezinando, 8-1. This is the welterweights, like I said, the final for the TUFs. These guys making their UFC debut. Both of these guys. Let's go talk about. We'll start talking about Rodrigo over here. Rodrigo, like I said, 8-1, pro in 2020, I believe. Yeah, 2020. He was a regional champ. He is currently on a 4-fight win streak, all by finishes. And then if you want to include his the Ultimate Fighter win streaks, he's on a 2-fight win streak. So technically 6, 4 knockouts, 3 subs, 1 decision, and has never been finished. He is It doesn't show his height or anything here, but I believe I saw that he was 5'9", 71 reach or something, 71-inch reach or something, but that's from what I think I saw on the Ultimate Fighter show. Let's go over here, talk about Daniel Donchenko over here. Donchenko, 11-2. He was pro in 2019, regional champ. Then he got into the Ultimate Fighter this year. He has wins by knockouts in that. He is on a 4-fight win streak. If you include the Ultimate Fighter, he is on a 6-fight win streak. This guy has 7 knockouts, 2 subs, and 2 decisions. He is 1-0-1 champ and 5-1 in the NFC. Let's go over here. I was going to go to the UFC website, but there's not really a point of doing that. Striker versus grappler right here. This should be a decent fight. Let's go pull up, I guess, whatever we can get from them right here. Decent fight here. Rodrigo, amazing grappler, showed on his Ultimate Fighter fights. If you go see them, he was just out grappling everybody. Was using great. He just so smooth and the grappling, and on the mat, transitions and everything. He was just doing great. Amazing skills on that. He used it very well, controlled the pace, and didn't seem to get that tired. He did get tired, but not as tired to where I thought he was gonna just tire out and go down. He was still fighting, still swinging, wrestling. So he did get tired, but it is, not as powerful as Daniel over here. He does like to finish his opponents. Daniel in the TUF, he is a great striker, young too, 24 years old. He mixes his leg kicks with his jabs to the body very well. He does tend to struggle versus elite grapplers. Well, he's getting an elite grappler right here. He needs to knock out to win for sure, because I don't think he can take it to decision and win, because I think he'll get tired out if he's just trying to stop all the takedowns and everything. He needs to keep it standing, pick his shots perfectly. He can't make a mistake here. Big stage. I think Rodrigo, though, will get it done here, gets his takedowns going early, maybe catches a leg kick, gets the takedown, or just gets the takedown and exposes Daniel's ground game. I got Rodrigo winning here via submission or a decision to win the Ultimate Fighter. Let's move on to
we got a women's flyweight bout here, a rematch. They fought early in their career, 2019. It was not even in the UFC. Barboza got the best of that one. But let's go over here. This is a fight between Karine Killer Silva, 18-5, the number 11 ranked flyweight, going up against Dione Barboza, the Witch, 8-3, stepping in short notice for what's her name? what's this? JJ Aldrich. She's stepping in for JJ Aldrich. I'm not sure how long that is, but let's go over here and talk about Karine Silva, the number 11 ranked, affiliated with the Fighting Nerds. I didn't even know that, so she trains there. She was pro in 2013. She lost her first fight as a pro, and then she went on a little win streak, and then she lost early in her career right here, you'll see, to Barbosa by a decision in 2019. So yeah, it was early in her career. Let's see how she is doing now. After that, she went on to win 9 in a row. She won the Dana White Contender Series in 2021 by a submission. She lost her last fight in November of last year. This is her first time losing since she lost to Barbosa in 2019. So let's see how she does there. She's 4-1 in the UFC. She has 8 knockouts, 9 submissions, and 1 decision. As you can see right here, she has been finished 3 times. Let's go over here, talk about her opponent, Barbosa, 8-3. She, like I said, stepping in short notice. I'm not sure how long. The Witch is pro in 2018, I believe. Let's go down here and double check that. 2018. She earned her way in the Dana White Contender Series in 2023. Of course, she beat Silva, as you see right here. She won in the Dana White Contender Series by a submission. She is 2-1 in the UFC. She is coming off a win by a submission in April of this year. She's 2-1 in the LFA, 0 knockouts. So that's kind of crazy. 4 submissions and 4 decisions. But she has only been finished once. And when was that? That probably had to have been early in her career. Okay, in 2019. To a girl that's, I'm pretty sure she's in the UFC. So yeah, not too bad. Powerful. Not powerful. The girl she lost to is powerful. But let's go over here and break this down. Let's go look at their stats. This is a rematch, like I said. It was fought early in their career. Barbosa won, but Silva has gotten to so much better since. She is very aggressive for a woman, fast striker, mixes in her takedowns very well. She's just so aggressive. She does it all. Either way, just her striking and grappling is so good. Her cardio, her pace, she just applies that so good. She's an upcomer for sure. Needs to not get taken down by Barbosa though, because Barbosa is really good on the ground. She has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Judo. She is really good in the clinch, nasty in there, very smart in the cage. She adapts to fighters very, very fast. Barbosa also does have a win over Silva early in the career, so that might boost a little bit of her confidence, you know. She knows she can beat her. She has beat her before. It was so long ago, but you know, that always has to play in the back of your head a little bit, right? But Silva has just been way more active ever since they fought. As you see here, Barbosa's only 8-3, while Silva is 18-5, and they started pretty similar. What was it? They both started, yeah. Well, I guess Silva started way later, but either way, I just think Silva has been way more active ever since they fought. So I think Silva can get it done here. Better striker, better grappler, I want to say. She mixes in really well. I think she's improved since the last time they fought. I think Silva gets it done here, gets it back, puts the pressure on her, wins by a knockout or a decision. And I think Silva just gets her loss back here. She wins it by a knockout or a decision. Let's move on to the next fight. We got a middleweight bout between Nursultan Ruziboev, black, 36-9-2. Just hell of a fucking record right there. Going up against Brian the Butcher Battle. He is moving back up to the middleweight. He was in the division under this before. He missed weight before this, so he's moving back up to middleweight. He is 13-2. Everyone loves him because of his famous thing. I'll talk about it when I get into it and break it down over here. Let's go talk about Nursultan. Let's go talk about Nursultan over here first. Then we'll go talk about Brian Battle. Ruziboev, just fucking crazy record I was talking to you about. It's just pro since 2013. I'm going to call him Nursultan because that's just better, easier. 36-9-2. This dude has been doing it for a while. I mean, I guess 2014 is a long time, but he just has so many fights. He's a regional champ. So many, in so many other, division, different organizations. I can't even name all of them. Just look at these. Look at all of these fucking wins. Look at all these names early in his career. And you're about to see, here's one. There's one that got notified or something happened. Here's this one. He technically won because it was a draw and he was the champ. He won another one probably. Won another one right here. He won another one right here. Another one right here. And he went back and got, okay, look at that, just hella fucking regional champs multiple times, lots of fights. Got in the UFC in 2023. He is 4-1 in the UFC. He's on a 2-fight win streak currently. He has 13 knockouts, 10 in the first round. He has 20 submission, 15 of them in the first round, and he's only gone a decision 10 times. He's only won decisions 3 times and lost 7 of them. So if you're gonna want to win, you're gonna have to take him to decision. He has only been finished 2 times. Let's go over here, talk about his opponent, the Butcher, Bryan Battle. Let's click on his profile over here. 12-2. What did it say over here? I swear to God, I said something else over here. 13-2. I don't know which one's right, which one's not. Let's go over here. Bryan the Butcher. He is amateur from 2017 to 2018. He went 8-2 on that. He lost his last fight as an amateur to Billy Ikatana, who is... What is he? He's in the UFC or the PFL? I think he's in the UFC. UFC. Let's go double check that. Because now I want to know. It has to be the UFC, right? Because I know I did a breakdown for him, but I just wasn't sure if it was in the PFL or if it was in the UFC. The UFC, and he's also in the PFL. Okay, so I'm kind of right there. I knew he was in the PFL. I thought I seen his name in the PFL. But yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, he's the guy. Oh my God, yeah, he's the guy that just fought fucking. Okay, yeah, the guy that had the most boring fucking fight a couple of weeks ago. But okay, we're not talking about Billy. Sorry for going off track there. Where are we at here? Bryan, amateur, 2018. He went 8-2, like I said, champ there. Nice amateur. Pro in 2019. He got in the TUF in 2021, as you see right here. He ended up to take it all the way, won the Ultimate Fighter in 2021, as you see right here. He beat Gilbert, who just fought last week, I want to say, right? Yeah, he fought last week, got knocked out bad by that doctor handing out melatonin. But okay, this guy, the Butcher, 7-1 in the UFC, has missed weight 2 times. I want to say that was probably for the welterweight. Okay, yeah, you see, now he's a middleweight. So yeah, he has moved up now since he has been missing weight at welterweight. Let's see how he does over here moving up. Currently on a 4-fight win streak. Known for his fight right here against Kevin, where he says something about a Frenchman ain't gonna beat him or something. Yeah, fucking, dude, the passion, like how he sounded, badass, dude. But he is coming off a really close win to Randy Rude Boy Brown. This was a really close fight. He missed weight too in that fight. So, I mean, I don't know. I thought Randy Brown won it, but he didn't. It was a really close enough fight. You guys should go check it out. Bryan Battle, 4 knockouts, 5 subs, and 3 decisions. Has only been finished 1 time. Let's go over here, look at their stats so we can break this fight down. This is going to be a great fight. I'm actually really excited. The fact that it's so early in the fucking card, that just goes to show how good this fucking card is, dude. It's so good. Bryan is explosive, fast striker. It's even a submission artist. Look at that. Just more submissions than knockouts. And if you see him fight, he is powerful, fast, strong, but is moving back up to middleweight because he missed weight in his last fight. Let's see how he does going up against a bigger, taller guy like Ruziboev, who is 6'5", big frame, heavy hitter, kickboxer base, and can get submissions too. Look how many submissions he has. 20 fucking submissions. Both of these guys are just overall well-rounded, very good at mixing it up. They both clinch, both can get the takedowns. Let's see how Ruziboev does on this takedown defense. Go over here and look at his takedown defense. It's not the best, 33%. He does get taken down a lot, and he does tend to struggle with people like Bryan Battle, who put the pressure on. This is going to be a really good fight. The odds half should be dead even probably. Honestly, I'm going to go with Ruziboev winning, but this is a really good matchup style. I like it. Literally big size and frame going up against explosive, like fast, quick fighter. Like, this is gonna be a good fight. This is gonna be like knockout for sure or something. Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna go for Ruziboev. Uses his size uses his reach. Look over here, look at his reach and size. His reach isn't the best, but like he's just so much taller. He knows how to use his length. Nice kickboxer. I'm gonna go with Ruziboev getting it done here. And you know what I'm gonna go for? I'm gonna go with Ruziboev getting the submission finish because Brian Battle is gonna try to take him down. Ruziboev is gonna use his long, lengthy arms, and I'm gonna go for a guillotine win. Guillotine win by Nursultan Ruziboev. Black. He's going to get his 21st submission by a guillotine. That's what I'm going with here. Let's move on to the next fight. We got a lightweight bout between Edson Barboza Jr., veteran of the game. He is 24-12, 39 years old, going up against Dakar Klose, 15-3-1, 37 years old. He is, a college wrestler, I want to say. But let's go over here and talk about the veteran of the game, Barbosa. He was a pro in 2009. Let's go all the way down here. Long career. Look at that. Started 10-0. He got into UFC when he went 5-0. As you see right here, regional champ. He got into UFC in 2010. Ups and downs in the UFC. Look at that. Just won a lot, then he goes on to lose a lot. Fought Khabib, Kevin Lee, Justin Gaethje, Dan Ige, Bryce Smith, like just a whole bunch of wins and losses to great fighters. He is coming off a loss to the guy fighting in the co-main event against Aaron Pico Murphy. So the guy is undefeated. So yeah, before that he was on a 2-fight winning streak. He is 18-12 in the UFC, 13 knockouts, 2 subs, and 9 decisions. He has been finished 6 times. He has been knocked out 4 times. Let's go over here and talk about Dakar, 15-3-1, 37 years old. He was amateur from 2011 to 2013. He went 7-0 there. Pro in 2014. Regional champ. He got into UFC in 2017. His first fight this year, coming off a loss in December. So, I mean, it's first fight this year, but he fought towards the end of last year. He is 9-3 in the UFC, 6 knockouts, 0 submissions, and 9 decisions. He has been finished 2 times, never submitted. This is a good fight right here. 2 older people. One is a veteran of the game. One just, they're both just older. Barbosa, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he is mostly a striker. He has a Muay Thai stance. Nasty leg kicks. He uses his reach, as you see. Let's go look at his reach over here. He uses his reach very well. He has a longer reach. Also smart IQ since he's been a vet of the game, especially of the UFC. He is 39 years old. His chin has been tested, and his cardio has been looking like it's gotten worse and worse since he's getting older in his fights. While his opponent over here, Dakar, great fighter. Great fighter. Just great wrestler in high school. I think he went to college. I want to say, I don't know, it was D3 maybe or something, but I'm not sure what college. I wasn't able to really look up what college it was. If I find it, I'll put it up there. Has nice boxing credentials too. Great cardio. Let's go look at his time over here in the cage. They both average the same time, but I think he has slightly better cardio. It's one of his strengths, I would say. But with all that, he just can't seem to land his takedowns. He is a great wrestler, but as you see, he doesn't even average 2 takedowns a game, and he averages 27% accuracy. So he just hasn't been able to put his wrestling to use in the UFC. Barbosa has amazing takedown defense. You see here, 72%. If standing, he wins for sure. Barbosa will have to keep it at range, use his counters when Klose goes in for the takedowns, use his leg kicks, and win by a decision or a knockout. Barbosa is going to get it done here. Let's move on to the next one. A lightweight bout between Alexander the Great Ape, 16-8, going up against Chase Hooper, the Dream, 16-3-1. He is 25 years old, young guy, got into UFC at a young age. Let's go talk about Chase Hooper, young dude, Gooner, amateur from 2016 to 2017. He went 6-0 on that. Pro in 2017, young dude, regional champ, as you see right there. He got in the Dana White Contender Series, in 2018. He won that, but didn't end up getting a contract. Then he got into UFC in 2019, where he was like 19, 20 years old when he got in there. It's kind of crazy. Has a couple great matches, lost a few, and now he's just on fire. Pretty sure he was a featherweight, and now he is a lightweight. So yeah, he is currently on a 5-5 win streak. He has like 2 submissions, and there are a couple decisions. And then he does have a loss in there because he wrestled or grappled Aljamain Sterling, but that doesn't count towards MMA. So technically, he's still on a 5-5 win streak. He has 1-0 in the Dana White Contender Series. Like I said, didn't get the contract the first time. He has 4 knockouts, 8 subs, and 4 decisions. He has only been finished 1 time, and that was to Steve Garcia, who is so powerful in 2022. Let's go over here, talk about his opponent, Alexander Hernandez, the Great Ape. 16-8. He was 3-0 in the amateurs. Let's go all the way down here. He went pro in 2012, regional champ. He got into LFA in 2017, as you see right here. He went 1-0 on that. Got into UFC in 2018. He did miss weight once in the UFC. Where's that at? Right here. Missed weight to Damian Jackson. Oh man, he got knocked out bad by who was it? The guy in Mavlid in the UFC. Kind of crazy, but oh man, it was insane. Who actually just won the PFL tournament like 2 weeks ago. The Mavlid did, but let's keep talking about Hernandez over here. He has 8-7 in the UFC. Like I said, has missed weight once. He has 6 knockouts, 2 subs, and 8 decision. He has been knocked out a total of 3 times. Let's go over here and break down the fight. Go look at their stats and all that. Chase, like I said, young, tall guy. He is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, elite grappler. He is only 25 years old. Has gotten so much better since he got into the UFC at first. Like, just look at him. Like, if you could look at a picture from him back then to now, it's just kind of crazy. He also gotten so much better since he moved up to light heavyweight. It definitely helped him. His striking has improved so much. He's just gotten overall way better. Let's see how he handles a guy like Hernandez, though, who is very explosive, has nice counters, is a decent grappler, true, if he wants to. But if I was him, I definitely wouldn't want to grapple with Chase Hooper, because that's where Chase Hooper mostly shines in. Let's see how he deals with Chase Hooper's grappling, too. He has good cardio, but I want to see how it's going to deal with Chase Hooper is just going to be grinding him up against the fence. He's going to try to take him down. Alexander Hernandez is going to have to fight hard and scramble a lot out of takedowns. Let's see how he handles that. Let's see how it affects his cardio, since scrambling is going to affect it a lot. If Chase Hooper can mix up his striking well, and then just having to get up from the ground when Chase Hooper takes him down, that's going to be exhausting. I think Gooner Hooper gets it done here by a submission. But like I said, I could totally see Alexander Hernandez getting a counter in there, because he's nasty at counters. I could totally see him getting one of those nasty counters and just dropping Hooper dead. But I'm going to go with Chase Hooper winning here by a submission. Let's move on to the next fight. Women's strawweight fight between 2 ranked opponents. The number 5, Bea Esteca, Jessica Andrade. She is 26-14, going up against Godinez, aka Lupita Godinez, 13-5, the number ranked 11 strawweight. Jessica over here is the former champ of the strawweights. She is moving back up. Let's go over here and click on her profile, see her record and her resume. Pro in 2011, got into UFC in 2013. Let's go all the way down here and look at all that record she has. There we go, 2013. Lost to Liz in her debut. Liz Carmouche, who is now in the PFL, who actually is fighting Friday. If you guys want to tune into that, check it out. Friday in the PFL. Going to win the world champion for the flyweight division, the women's flyweight, I believe. But then she beat Thug Rhodes for the strawweight belt over here in 2019. She won that. Then she lost it to Wei Ling, her next fight, but she was still the champ. She is currently on a 2-fight losing streak. She is 17-12 in the UFC. She has 10 knockouts, 8 submissions, and 8 decisions. She has been finished a total of 10 times though, so that is not good. Let's go over here, talk about her opponent, Lupi Godinez. Godinez over here, 13-5. She is younger, 31 years old. She is amateur from 2016 to 2018. She is 4-1 in her amateurs. Let's go all the way down here. Had a couple grappling matches too. Pro in 2018. Regional champ, LFA champ. Got into UFC after in 2021, after her LFA champion over here, who she actually beat a UFC fighter there for the strawweight championship. She is coming off a win. She is 8-5 in the UFC. She has never been finished, but she has 0 knockouts, 3 submissions, and 10 decisions, and has only lost decisions. Let's go over here, click on their stuff so you can see their stats. Jessica over here is a tank, former champ, coming back down from flyweight. So let's see how she does. This is where she was the most successful at, this weight. So let's see how she does here now. Powerful. She just throws overhands to knock heads off. Body shots. Veteran of MMA. Is on a 2-fight losing streak at the flyweight. For sure also has been exposed by wrestlers. They found out how to beat her. Just take her down. Don't let her use her strength and her power. Right here, her opponent, Loopy, is a great wrestler. Former, just comes from a background family of combat sports. She has 2 sisters who were great Olympic. I don't know. They were both Olympic wrestlers. One of them was in the Olympics. Other than that, they were both either in MMA or they're just really good at wrestling. She has great Brazilian jiu-jitsu, great top control. Overall, she's smooth on the mats. For sure not as powerful. Godinez. She has 0 knockouts. So, yeah, she's going to need to take it to the mat here. Let's see how she does dealing with someone's power like Jessica over here. That is so powerful. Look how many knockouts she has in her career. For a woman, she has a lot of knockouts with 10 KOs. So, yeah, let's see how she deals with that. She's definitely going to have to neutralize that with her wrestling. And I think that is what she's going to do here. She is a really good wrestler. I think they found out how Jessica, how she can't be effective with her strengths. Just grind her up against the fence, take her down. They have found out her blueprint, how to beat her. I think Godinez gets it done here by a submission or a decision. Let's move on to the next fight. We got a middleweight bout between Gerald Meerschaert, GM3, 37-19, going up against Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, 20-9. This is just 2 long names at the end there. Gonna be hard to pronounce, but this is gonna be a good fight here. This is the fight before the featured prelim, which is Bobby Green, but we're not talking about them. So yeah, this has got one more fight after this one. Let's go over here and talk about Gerald, GM3, 37-19. That is a crazy record. Pro in 2007, regional champ. Look how many fights he got. This is crazy. He got in the UFC in 2016 all the way up here. Look at that. First fight, he got a bonus, so that's awesome. He is 12-11 in the UFC, ups and downs, had a couple grappling matches in between there. He is on a 2-fight losing streak currently, 6 knockouts, 29 submissions, 2 decisions, and he has been finished about 13 times. Look how many submissions he has. It is crazy. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. He's been submitted 9 times too, though, so that's kind of crazy too. Let's go talk about his opponent over here, Mikhail. He was amateur in 2013. He was the champ down there in amateur. He went 14-1. Pro in 2014. Regional champ. Got in the UFC in 2017. His first fight was a no contest to, I believe, Khalil Roundtree. Up right here. He did win that fight, but he failed a drug test. He is coming off what is this? He's coming off a win to a felon. So that's kind of cool right there. He got the knockout there. He is 8-7 in the UFC, 15 knockouts, 1 sub, 4 decisions, and he has been submitted 6 times. Let's see how that goes here, because he's going up against a guy that's really good at submitting people. Thinking about that, I don't know. My choice might change here at the end. Let's go over here, break it down. Striker versus grappler for sure. GM3, 29 submissions as a pro. Of course he's a black belt. He just wants to grind people. Literally very smart in the cage. For sure can't keep it standing if he wants to win here, because Mikhail is just so good at striking. This is just going to be striker versus grappler. Literally, you know what the move here is. Like, literally, take down, go, keep it striking. You know what's going to happen. Mikhail, 100% better striker. Nice leg kicks. Just heavy-handed. Look how many knockouts he has. like just heavy-handed. If he catches GM3 anytime, it could be lights out. His takedown defense is decent, but it will not decent. It's under 50, so not the best, and it's gonna definitely get tested here because GM3 is definitely gonna want to take him down with more than 50% of his like wins being by a submission. I think if this goes to the third round, his cardio is gonna get tested. GM3 will try to get it past the first, exhaust Mikel, like I said, work on his takedowns, get his takedowns, grind him to the end of the decision or a submission. But honestly, I don't know. I think Mikel can get it done here. He puts the pressure on GM3, starts the fight, and even just knocks him out in the first round because GM3 does tend to get hit a lot. If you can see his defense over here, his defense is not the best. He does get hit a lot. He also seems to get tired sometimes, but I think his bad defense causes him here. I got Mikel winning here by a knockout in the first round. Let's move on to the next one. We got the featured prelim here, the last one before we get into the main card that we've all been waiting for. Let's get into the last fight of this video. First, we got a lightweight bout between the last fight before we move into the main card, which I will upload tomorrow. We got a lightweight bout between two kind of veterans of the game, two older guys here. We got King Bobby Green, well, aka Bobby Green, 32-17-1, going up against Diego Ferreira, 19-6. Let's go over here and talk about King Green, aka Bobby Green, but likes to go by King now, changed his name. Pro in 2008. Let's go all the way down here. Wait for it to load up. There we go. Pro in 2008. Down here, gotta scroll down quite a bit. He's been doing this for a while. Regional champ. He has a lot of crazy fights early in his career. Before he even got into the UFC, like he had to fight against Tim Means before he got in the UFC. He had a fight versus, what's his name? Oh yeah, Charles Bennett. Before he wasn't even in the UFC, but Charles Bennett, if anyone knows, you know. Fucking what was his name? Crazy Horse. Like, just if anyone knows, you know. But got in the UFC in 2013. 13-12 in the UFC. Kind of crazy. Just look at that. He did a lot of canceled fights. Just, you can scroll on forever. He beat Josh Thompson. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even know that. But yeah, just keep scrolling. Look at all that. Look at all those fights. Just insane. He is in a 2-fight losing streak currently. Both of them by finish. One a sub to Patty, and he is coming off a terrible knockout on his last fight against Ruffy. It was just terrible spinning kick. His hands were low. Just too slow now. He needs to keep his hands up. He has 11 knockouts, 9 submissions, and 12 decisions. Also, the fight against Turner, where is that at? Right down here. Right there. Jalen Turner, this one right here. That one's a bad fight. So just over the last 2 years, he's been knocked out terribly. This one was bad. He got submitted right here. Then the Turner one, he got beat up on the ground. The ref was not stopping the fight. The ref literally let that guy die. It's kind of insane. Let's go over here and talk about his opponent. Diego, 19-6. He started MMA in 2011. He had a couple grappling matches in 2009. Regional champ. Got into UFC in 2014. He started 10-0, and then he lost back-to-back fights right here to great people. Benel Drarouche, who's still in the UFC now and is ranked. He just beat Money Moicano. Dustin Poirier, who just retired. Been in the top, fought for the belt, just coming off a loss and retired, you know. So two of those losses are great. So yeah, you can't put those against him. He has missed weight 2 times. Here's one of them for the lightweight. So yeah, still in the same division he's in now. He has missed weight twice. He beat Anthony Pettis. Just overall great resume too. He is coming off 2 fights. Never mind. I thought he was on a 2-fight. He's on a 1-fight losing streak. He is coming off to a decision loss. Before that, he was on a 2-fight win streak. He is 10-6 in the UFC, has 5 knockouts, 7 decisions, and 7 submissions. He has only been knocked out 3 times. So not only, but he's been knocked out 3 times, never submitted. Let's go over here, bring up their stats and all that. This should be a really good fight. Bobby, UFC, aka King Green, really needs to keep his hands up. 40 years old now. Dude, you're way slower. You need to put your hands up. I don't know why you keep doing this. You just don't need to put your hands down, dude. I mean, put your hands up. Don't get hit in the face. I think he's going to come out different. If he comes out with his hands down, I'm just going to be so happy because I know Ferreira is going to beat the piss out of him. But I got over here just, in case you didn't know, Green, great wrestling when he was in high school. He doesn't really use it much in the UFC anymore, but he was a really good wrestler out of high school. I'm pretty sure he was like a champ. Maybe he has some college in there, but I'm not sure. He mixes it up really well with his striking. He is so fast for being 40, but I don't know. Like I said, needs to keep his hands up. Has really good takedown defense here, which I don't know if he'll get tested that much against Diego. He doesn't really go for that many takedowns, but he has a really good takedown defense. His chin is gone now. Like, he's just been knocked out nasty times. Like, nasty. Like, a whole bunch of times nasty. Like, the Jalen Turner one and his most recent one, the spinning back kick right to the fucking top of the head. Knocked him out. He fell down, flatlined. So, yeah, his chin has been gone to bad stoppages and crazy knockouts. So, let's see how he does here because he's going to need to, hopefully he has been training his hands. Because that's just the thing I'm on about. He needs to put his hands up. Because he's going up against Diego, black belt, well-rounded. Just go look over here. Just definitely not as fast as Green. But I want to say he's more powerful and all that. Definitely overall more well-rounded than Green. He is also 40 years old. Green will try to outpace Diego with his speed. Try to make Diego not get into his rhythm. Diego's just going to go out there and be a smart fighter. I think get a submission. He has nice submission games. He's even good at, like I said, getting the takedowns. I think Diego wins here. Count maybe like counters Green or something, gets him there. But I just can't see Green winning here. I can't trust Green's defense. I can't trust Green's hands being down low all the time. I'm going to go with Diego for getting it done here by a knockout or a submission. But that is it for the UFC 319 early prelims/prelims. Tomorrow I will be doing the UFC 319 main card. Let's go all the way down here so I can recap kind of fast who I picked here. I got Joseph Morales getting the win here. The veteran experience, kind of been in the UFC before. Overall well-rounded. I think making Alibi his debut here, it's going to make a little bit of mistakes. I got Joseph winning here. Then I got Rodrigo winning here. Just great just great takedowns, great on the mat. Donchenko over here, just a striker. I'm going to go with Rodrigo winning the welterweight TUF and Joseph Morales winning the flyweight TUF. Then I got Silva winning this one, getting her rematch here because they fought earlier in their career. I got Silva getting it done here, getting it back. The number ranked 11th, women's flyweight. I got Meerschaert winning over here, getting the upset. Then I got Barbosa using his leg kicks, his hands to get it done over there, stopping the takedowns. Then I got Chase Hooper getting it done by a decision or a submission. I got Godinez getting it done here, the number 11 rank. She's on her way up. Jessica gonna struggle against the grappler. Then I got Mikel getting it done here by a knockout. But I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of props on Gerald's getting it done here by a submission, maybe on a specific round, but the submission's even like plus 400, so that's pretty good. If I get it like in the first or second, that's like plus 2,000. So he has 20 plus subs in his career. Like, that doesn't seem too bad to slap some money on that. Either way, I got Mikel winning here. Then in the featured prelim, before we get into the main, I'll do tomorrow, I got Diego Ferreira getting it done here by a submission or a decision. I'll probably do a submission or decision. But that is it for today's card. Tomorrow, like I said, I'll do the main card. Thank you everybody for watching. Peace out.